Hey Aquarius, hi, this is your monthly, month of March, general reading. General life, love, work, what's going on for you in March. Now this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have a lot of Aquarius placements in your chart, this could be for you. Make sure you take only what resonates. You can leave out what doesn't. Don't force it, make it fit, because it's a general reading. It won't resonate with every single Aquarius on the planet. Oh, okay. There's a start. So Aquarius, some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you, betrayal is the issue here. You're heartbroken. Had your heart broken, some of you. So you're being protective, which is necessary and in the circumstances quite normal. So you're protecting yourself from however long ago this occurred. You know that, but because of this, you have been and you are still healing, protecting yourself. You don't want to go there again, so you are guarded in March. But there is going to be a shift and there is going to be a change. Whether you like it or not is just a natural law of things, and you are going to find things shifting for you in March, turning around. You could also be meeting another fixed sign like yourself. You could be meeting somebody new who's like a Leo, Aquarius, a Taurus or a Scorpio. There's a possibility. So the things you don't really want to face up to in March, Aquarius, there's some things you don't particularly want to look at. You're feeling stuck, but you're not as stuck as you think you are. Usually, you know, with the Eight of Swords and the World, you're even though you know things are changing, and that's completely out of your control, you feel as if you're going to be perhaps unable to see things as clearly as you'd like. Now, some of you are dealing with a Leo. You might still be together. You know, if you're being betrayed, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the end and the end and the end. Final. It could mean you're having a break. But it's very likely that you're feeling as if it's not going anywhere, and there needs to be change. Because there's also, I feel as if in your life during the month of March, you're going to feel happy within certain areas of your life. You're likely going to want to be traditional, or many of you are wanting to take a more traditional route when it comes to your life. You want stability, you're looking for stability. You might well be feeling more stable, but you're looking for something grounded, something tangible. You're looking for it's as if right now, Aquarius, you understand the material, the tangible, you know, what's real to you, what you can see, touch, feel. This is where you are, and you also want to, and this is Taurus energy, is you want to go along with traditions. There's a convention that you understand, that you want to be in line with, aligned with some type of conventional way of living. Some of you got quite a lot of earth in your chart, for example. You might have Taurus rising, or you know what you want. You know what brings you, you know, joy. You know what brings you a sense of being in the world in a good place. You know all these things about yourself, but I feel as if there's an element of you not wanting to see the wood for the trees, just not being clear entirely with yourself. And perhaps because Aquarius, you're not a naturally conventional sign, perhaps you feel you want to be more conventional about your life. Perhaps you want to, you know, stick to certain traditions, follow certain traditions. It could be linked to, you know, the church, your family. Yeah, it's your material world, I feel, is something really important to you at the moment. And like I said, is the things you can see, feel, touch, you know, all that is tangible, that you're most likely focusing on for the month of March. Taking a review, protecting what's yours, or protecting, some of you will be protecting a partnership, trying to protect it so that it doesn't, so that you don't feel hurt. It could be that, you know, with the three of Swords at the centre of your reading, this doesn't have to mean, after, you know, ultimate betrayal. It can just mean carelessness. Somebody has hurt you, not to the point of being able to salvage a relationship, but you definitely are hurt. Now, protecting yourself. Many of you are dealing with something that's over, and you're now looking at how you can be more self-protective, create better boundaries for yourself. Cancer energy. You know, things are going to be illuminated to you in March. You will have to pay attention to journeys that you might take. Now, some of you will be travelling in your work. Many of you will want to be getting a much better balance within your life, within your, you know, your work time, your play time, your leisure time, because I feel that, especially if you've undergone some betrayal, you're gonna want to establish kind of that sense of re-establishing, re-grounding yourself, focusing on, you know, the tangible, because it's a safe place to be and it's much more reliable. This is a kind of sense you want to be focusing on things that aren't going to surprise you, things you feel that are within your control, but in a way they're not, because you have the World card here, so change is always inevitable. Yeah, because you are also this month, you're going to be, this month, March, you're going to be charismatic, you're going to have, your confidence is going to come back, you're going to be able to attract what you want in life. You're not letting this heartbreak, this betrayal, whatever this is, you're not letting it take over. Clearly you're not letting it take over. Once you get past this idea that you're living in a bit of a fog, because things will then, you know, brighten up, your things will become clear as day. And you'll be able to see why as well, why this happened. You're going to understand it. I feel that because of not having listened to your intuition, you came unstuck, like many of us do, if we don't pay attention to our intuition clearly enough. I also feel that as the weather, or as we approach spring and more daylight hours, this will have a remarkably positive impact on you. So do watch out for anybody who is being deceptive. Now this can apply to your romantic life or your day-to-day, your work life. But I feel that you've been deceived, and now once you unstick yourself, you will start to see things more clearly. You're not going to get burnt twice here. So, you know, you're going to move forward. You have the World card, you have the Chariot, so no matter what, you're going to move forwards. You're not going to get stuck for very long in an energy of stagnancy, or not being able to make decisions or see clearly, or any of that. Because the thing is, people will see you, in the spring, in March. You're going to be perceived as, you know, friendly, talented, funny, brilliant. You just need to believe in yourself more. You know, there's people around us who are going to want to help you. There could be somebody like a teacher or a mentor even, who's more, you know, mature person, a mature man or woman, who will come in and want to help you. And you're going to be wanting a balance between your home and your work life. You know, all that is tangible will be your focus for March. And, you know, don't focus on worst case scenarios, because betrayal happens to us. You know, it's happened to everybody at some point in their lives, and if it hasn't, it will do. And you can move past it. You know, you will move past it. And, you know, if you focus too much on it, then it will start to rule you. You know, it will start to become disproportionate. You know, the problem will become disproportionate. But I don't feel, you know, that I don't see that you're going to allow it to, because you're going to be, no matter what, you're going to move forwards. Let's find an affirmation for Aquarius. And forgiveness is the key. You know, in forgiving, obviously, you know, there's peace. You know, whether you're forgiving someone never to see them again, whether you're forgiving somebody, you know, to work things out, whether you're, you know, in whichever sense, it's imperative that you do so. For yourself, you know, as well, more than anything. You know, don't put yourself in a box. Make sure that you don't have, you know, limiting self-beliefs, but, you know, you have the Eight of Swords, which, you know, is an energy that you'll go, you know, could be in now, but in March, you know, you're going to come out of this. But, you know, you won't be limiting yourself with a negative self-talk, anything like that. Because if you think about it, if you've been betrayed, it's not about you, it's about them. You know, it is just a learning curve at the end of the day. It's not that you, it doesn't mean that you deserved it, or you know, any of this sort of, you know, dialogue. We can get into this dialogue with ourselves, which is kind of pointless. And you know, you're also your sexual, something you're going to feel in March, when you're kind of stronger, and you're also going to be able to be assertive. That's going to come pretty easily to you once, you know, this change, you get beyond any kind of pain, working on yourself, dealing with your tangible world. You're going to be able to, you know, get back to you. Well, that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope it's helpful. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I like to read your comments, especially if it's resonated with you. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care of yourself, and thanks for dropping by. See you later. Bye.